What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Project Cars 2, we are back at it again. Sincerest and deepest apologies, this episode is coming a lot later than anticipated. What we're going to do today is we're going to take out the BMW M Coupe, the 1 Series edition, the Stance Works version of the car, around the Ruapuana, if I pronounced that right, is it Ruapuana? Ruapuana Park A circuit in beautiful New Zealand. 7-lap race, clear sunny day, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Without wasting any more time, let's get into the race and review. Alright then, so it's a race involving 20 cars today, fellas and fellettes and ladies, whatever. As you can see on the grid, we are starting 10th even, pardon me, 10th. So we are starting right in the middle of the pack here, which is pretty good considering in the first episodes I was starting last over and over again. Shouts out to those of you guys who told me how to actually change my starting position. I didn't want to put myself at the front of the grid because I thought that would just be, well, quite corny to be quite honest. So let's see how we get on. Alright then, here we go. 2, 1. Away we go. We are off, and we had a whole load of wheel spin off the line there. Lost a little bit of momentum, but it matters not as we go into the first corner. Trying to squeeze through the middle. Lost the position. Not too good. We've got the inside line here. Trying to stay out of trouble. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. First corner incident. That is exactly what I tried to avoid. And is exactly what I unsuccessfully avoided. Matters not though, because the damage... Oh gosh. I was just about to say the damage doesn't appear to be too bad, but aerodynamic damage is never good on a surface, on a track like this rather, which your aerodynamics are really important for. Hell of a lot of twisty sections, a lot of sharp corners as you can see, not much in the way of long straights. So time will tell as to whether or not that will have a factor on my performance, but it matters not, because we are doing well. We are making progress as we dab the brakes, we kiss the apex, we let it glide out, still not touching the accelerator, I dare not. Following through, trying to get as neat and as tight as possible, stay close as we exit the corner. Come on. Oh, it's pulling away. Dab on the brake. Turn in. Seems like you're waiting forever before you can accelerate. Oh, I've got a little bit of wheel spin there, but it matters not. We should be able to take him down the next corner. Here we go. Diving down. Braking heavily. Yeah. Nice. What position are we in? It's hard to tell. We are in 8th. Okay. So yeah, anyway man, how are you guys finding Project Cars 2? Those of you that have actually bought the game, if you have bought the game that is, what console are you playing it on? PlayStation, Xbox, or are you having the luxury of having it in 4K on your PC? Let me know. Very interested in knowing what the community's doing. As we slow down here.
That's your best sector 2 time so far today. Great stuff.
Awesome, come on! Right, slipstream him. Here we go, down the inside, he's braking. Oh, we just clipped him! But we still made the corner. Fantastic, up into 7th position. Braking heavily, braking late. Is there an opportunity? Oh!
You've got a car right.
Duh.
You're good, all clear.
Oh my goodness. My armpits are sweating, I'll tell you that now. They really are, they really are, lads. Right. 6th position. How many laps have we got left? We've got 2 laps after this one. Round the outside, onto the dirty marbles. Lost grip, lost momentum.
Okay, mate, you're on his tail. Let's try and
But still got a decent run.
He's under big pressure. You can take it.
We've got this. Oh! Oh!
That's a good pass. Keep pushing, you'll catch the leaders.
Went too deep there. Now I'm trying to keep an eye on my tyre temperatures as well. Oh, goodness gracious. And as you can see, the front right and the rear right do seem to be suffering a little bit in terms of heating. I would very much prefer if I had a little bit more balance there, but it's probably more to do with my aggressive driving style. Ugh. There we go. Come on. Oh, I went very wide there. Still in 5th position. Down the inside, down the inside. This is my favourite spot. Not able to get through there. He closed the door in my face like a rude person. To be quite honest, I've got to give credit where it was due. It was a fantastic bit of defensive driving there, but surely it's only a matter of time before we make our way around. He's holding me up massively here. I'm losing a lot of lap time trying to find a way through. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Can we do it here? Brake heavily. Yes, we did it. Nice. Okay. I don't... oh no! Go. Terrible. I don't think we can win this race, but we might be able to sneak onto the podium if we can make up some time here. Spent too much time behind red. Nah, it's looking unlikely. Like, it's looking very unlikely. Oh goodness, the gap's too big. Unless I can pull out a miracle. Turns in. Oh, car seems to be veering to the left a little bit for some reason. I'm not sure why. Okay. Yeah, the car's definitely veering to the left. I think we've got some damage, guys. We've got some damage. Not sure what part of the car was that. What? I thought we had one more lap. Oh, man. Ah, well. So we finished 4th, which I guess isn't too bad. I was hoping for a bit better than that, to be honest. In truth be told, it is a race that I've actually tried a couple of times, and I actually done pretty well with it. So disappointed not to get the win, even more disappointed not to get on the podium. But you know, this is motor racing, and that is what happens sometimes. So the car we're going to use is the RX Supercar RX Supercar Light even, apologies, which I believe is a modified version of the Ford Fiesta, if I'm not mistaken. As always, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on that. We are going to France. Bonjour. Bonjour, je m'appelle. We are going to France, the Rallycross of Lohiac. Can't pronounce that. It doesn't matter, because once again, it's going to be 7 laps. And as you can see, we've changed the weather. We're going to be looking at rainy conditions, which I think, to be quite honest, is the most fun and engaging way to get involved with Rallycross. Try and get as muddy as possible. Right then, so as you can see, we are starting off in 6th position this time around, right at the back of the pack. Let's see how we fare.
Keep an eye on the line, control the wheel spin, and let's nail this start.
Okay. Right, here we go. Red, 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 green! Right then, we are off on our first Rallycross adventure on Project Cars 2, he says, until he goes and checks back the last video and finds that he's probably done it on that as well. Oh, we've been overtaken by pink.
Clear. Left side.
Oh, down the inside. Surely we've got this.
Still there.
Thank you very much.
Okay, clear. You're good.
Oh, very wide on that corner. But yeah, Rallycross is definitely a form of motorsport which I haven't done very much of in any capacity, whether it be going to events, whether it be through way of playing in things like dirt and stuff like that. I just haven't really touched on this sort of motorsport, which I think is quite bad, because it's really fun. It's probably one of the most entertaining forms of motorsport to watch. Nose to tail action, small cars, whole load of power, and contact is actually allowed within reason, of course. As we go round the outside, up into 2nd position, already 2nd lap. Now all we need to do is just chase down the leader. One thing I will say is, using the controller, you can feel a lot more feedback through the actual vibrations than you would expect, which is a good thing. So for example, when you're on the gravel like you are now, yes, the controller's vibrating, but it's a totally different type of vibration you get to when you, as opposed to when you go over a curve, like this for example.
You're 1 second behind the leader. You can
and that felt very different through my hand. Now obviously I can't translate that to you guys that are watching, but I think those of you that are actually playing this using a controller, or gamepad as some people like to call it, should get a good understanding of what I'm saying. The reason why I feel that's really good is because it gives you a better understanding of exactly what your car's doing and how it's reacting to how you're treating it, which gives you the opportunity to make corrections, which is really, really important. There we go. Right, we are still in second position. For what reason, I do not know. We don't seem to be making any impression on the leader whatsoever. Just seems to be a little bit more consistent than I am.
Great stuff. You're the fastest in the second sector.
Lovely. Okay. Let's try and avoid those puddles as best as we can, which means we've gone wide out of the corner. Oh my goodness. He's going sideways. I'm going sideways slightly, ever so slightly. Oh, oh, oh! Almost lost it. The rain is starting to make a difference here, folks. Okay. Right, I seem to be clear for the second position, but that's not what we want. We want more than that. Come on. Second gear, 50 miles per hour. We need to hit more speed than this. This is not enough. Come on, close him down. Looks like we've got a better run than him going into this next chicane. Or is it even a chicane? It's not a chicane, it's a left-hander, ignore me. Trying to go around the outside, is it possible? Without hitting the wall, I don't want to have an accident. Oh!
He's still there.
Duh, of course he's still there, you idiot. I can see him. Oh, oh, sugar, 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 sugar. Oh! Oh, traction control required, and the pack have now caught us up. We have now been caught by the pack. Got to find a way past this imbecile. Oh. God, the suspension travel in this game is amazing. Oh, he's made a mistake. No, he hasn't made a mistake. He's gone to take his Joker lap, which I haven't actually done myself. Those of you who are unfamiliar with Rallycross, and I'm pretty certain most of you are, but for those of you who aren't, what you will probably notice is that the guy in front just peeled off to take a different route. That's not actually a shortcut. There's actually something called the Joker lap, which is basically an extension of the normal course that you've got to take at least once throughout the duration of the race itself. And by him taking his on that lap, as you can see, what it's done is it's freed me up. I'm now in open space. I'm now able to get into the groove before I go and take it myself, which I'm about to do right now, or else I'll get disqualified. Here we go. Easy does it. There's mud all over the rear of the car. Joker lap begins now. Right, take this easy. Nothing stupid. Left, right. Here we go. Easing off the throttle. Oh. Oh! Very nearly lost it. Oh, I can see them on the map. They're right behind me. Don't lose it. Come on. This could be a victory, surely. Yes. Is this the final lap?
Come on now, mate. Final lap.
Oh, it's not the final lap. Sugar.
No mistake. You can do it.
I've got faith. Nice. Lovely. Switch to helmet cam. How many of you guys actually use this helmet cam? I think it's really cool. It's pretty damn immersive, I'll tell you that. It's very reminiscent of the helmet cam used in the old Need for Speed Shift games, which, to be quite honest, it should come as no surprise, as a lot of the guys that work at Slightly Mad Studios actually did work on Need for Speed Shift. So I don't know whether or not it's technology they've patented and moved across, or I don't know, but the implementation of it is pretty good. As we come into the final corner, this is going to be a celebration of baguettes, croissants, and French frog's legs. Fantastic.
You really earned it today. Great job.
Oh, cheers, fella. Thank you. And there you go, guys. I believe is that our first victory on Project Cars 2? I think it might be. I actually cannot remember how we did in the last video. So, yeah, anyway, brilliant. So, yeah, just to talk about Project Cars 2 really quickly. I think what I would say is, again, if you are average at simulation games, if you're not someone who plays these on a daily basis or on a regular basis, then be prepared to have to struggle for a bit, okay? That's not a bad thing. That's not a criticism at all. It really isn't. It's a game that makes you work hard. It's a game that makes you put the effort in to get the reward. So what you get in, you effectively put out. For me, personally, I think the game is probably slightly more above the level upon which I'm able, if I'm quite honest. I think it's just a case of I find that I have to put in quite a bit of practice into each race before I can actually go live and actually film and record it. which is not really great when you're trying to put out videos on a regular basis. I'll say my one concern for the game so far is probably graphics wise. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, I don't know if I did, but I'm actually playing this on the Xbox One console, so the standard Xbox One, and graphically it doesn't look great, if I'm honest. It looks good, but it doesn't look great compared to Forza Motorsport 7. You know, there isn't much of a comparison to be had, but that's obviously a different game altogether. But I just feel that in comparison to what people are getting on PC and on PS4, probably even PS4 Pro, it does fall a little bit behind. Handling wise with a controller, it's been fantastic, it's been fine. Don't ever get it twisted though, let's not make no mistake about this. If you have a full wheel setup, you are going to do a lot better on this game. Speaking of which, as I mentioned earlier on, here are the settings that I'm using. I'm using steering dead zone set to 0, sensitivity 15, throttle dead zone 0. I'm not going to go through all of them because you can see the numbers on there. I want to send a big shout out to Super GT. Check out his channel because these settings are based off of what he actually put out. Basically, he's a brilliant YouTuber. He's actually covering this game, and I was finding it a little bit difficult at the beginning until I actually tweaked my controls to his recommended settings and then just made 1 or 2 alterations to suit my driving style. But I'll just take it all the way down to the bottom so you can see the rest of it. We got controller damping set to 38. Controller vibration set to 100. So as I mentioned in the last race, part of the reason as to why I was able to get that car around that disastrous looking course was because of the amount of feedback I was getting in my hands, and that was just simply done by turning the controller vibration up to maximum as it starts on 50. But no, other than that, Project Cars 2, I recommend it. It's a great game, guys. It's a really, really good game. A lot to get your teeth into. Really, really challenging. I would say if you have got an Xbox One, just bear in mind the warning that I gave over the game graphically. Handles brilliantly. Good game so far. Really enjoying it. And that just about wraps things up for another episode, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Second edition of our Project Cars 2 playthrough. Once again, a huge apologies for taking so long to get this out, but it's out now. And, you know, I hope it helps you in some way, shape or form. Make a decision on the game. If you've got any more questions in relation to it, feel free to drop it in the comment sections below. I will be putting out a Need for Speed Payback video covering the European cars that are in the game at this present moment in time. I know it's something that some of you guys have been asking for in the comments. Don't worry, guys, I've got you. If it's your first time around here, I wish you a BOURNE welcome. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the damn hell out of the notification bell so you know when the next videos come out. Peace!